Have you ever felt judged by your scars instead of your strength? Another day, another manhwa. This time, I want to share one of my favorite manhwas. The manhwa is an adaptation of the light novel titled Dog's Deed, also known as Dog Act or Dirty Deeds by Kim Yo-han and Seo In-hwa. The manhwa is a mature romance drama in a modern-day setting. It involves a physically impaired woman named Yun Sahi, an art school graduate living in a remote area who meets a CEO of a construction company named Jun Taeyeon, who was expected to arrive in Yeongwadang, an estate owned by Sahi's grandmother, known to be a reputable, powerful shaman named Park Ji-sun. The manhwa is as vanilla as your everyday mature romance drama, with a chaebol air and a simple, kind-hearted woman as the main characters, until I found the light novel. Imagine my surprise when I read the intimate scenes. It was so intense it almost made my eyes pop out. An exaggeration, but hey, I was surprised. It's a complete contrast to the manhwa adaptation where the scenes are subdued, perhaps in consideration of young readers. But that aside, I think I'm one of the targets of this manhwa because of its storyline. I've always been a fan of mutual love, pulled apart by social class and held down by what the world dictates as beautiful and perfect. By the way, if you like what we've put out so far, please like and consider subscribing so you are up to date with every episode. If this is the first time you've heard about this manhwa, let me preface that this video will include spoilers. Also, I do not speak Korean nor can I read Hangul, so if there are mistranslations or if there's anything I missed, please let me know. The story starts off with everyone in Yeongwadang in chaos as an important guest is expected to arrive. Sahi, carrying a Provençal-style vase, covering half of her body with its weight pressing down on her legs, placed it by the pond. Sahi then sat by the large garden stone, reminiscing of the last time their place was visited by the Jumong group. While resting, on the other side of the wall, she hears a familiar voice who turns out to be her former classmate talking about her in such vulgar manner that made her smirk in disgust. She was about to leave when the important guest arrived a day early, the CEO of Jumong Construction, Jun Taeyeon. As she was about to walk past him, she loses her balance but Taeyeon catches her, preventing her from completely falling. While holding her arm, he asked if she was the person the two men were talking about. Sahi didn't respond but gestured a curt nod and a polite greeting. This was their first interaction. As they were spotted by Sahi's uncle, Uncle Bang escorted Jun Taeyeon while Sahi was summoned to the main house where she was introduced by her grandmother to Min Yojin, Jun Taeyeon's mom and the second wife of the Jung family, as the one to assist her in place of Mrs. Chun while recovering because she got sick while preparing for their arrival. Taeyeon's mother didn't shy away from her displeased look upon seeing Sahi. We'll understand this in the succeeding chapters. She did, however, acknowledge she was beautiful, so beautiful that she worried about her unmarried son taking interest in her. Meanwhile, Jun Taeyeon, as the newly appointed CEO of Jumong Construction, reflects on the exhausting 13-day business trip which he took without celebration after surpassing the company's previous financial milestones. Despite being praised by his grandfather, Chairman Jung, for leading the company back to the 1 trillion club, Taeyeon feels overwhelmed and trapped by the expectations, especially with the chairman's insistence on achieving even greater success. Aside from that, he has to deal with his cousin Jun Tae-jun's embezzlement, which he has ignored far too long. His mother's plea for him to take a much-needed vacation only serves to remind him of his burdens and the pretense surrounding his family dynamics. As Taeyeon contemplates the need for rest amidst the chaos, memories of a captivating woman surfaces. While everybody is busy with the preparations, Sahi has retreated to her home. Sahi lives in a small saranche separate from the main building. She has been living there since her return after graduation. The next day before dawn, as she was preparing, Sahi heard a knock on the door. It was her grandmother who, not even bothering to enter, grabbed her chin and erased the lip balm she was applying earlier, while checking if she also had makeup on her face. She even buttoned Sahi's shirt that was left open while giving a warning not to act rashly, as the Jung family are the reason why they are able to live in that place. The next scene changes to Sahi looking at Min Yojin, who was praying earnestly, when she glanced sideways and saw Jung Taeyeon sitting on the floor, preoccupied with his tablet. As Min Yojin drank the glass of water Sahi brought, she asked Sahi if she has a boyfriend, considering she's young and pretty, gives advice, and as she continued to ask Sahi, a soft chuckle can be heard. Taeyeon was amused with what his mother had said. Then Min Yojin handed an envelope to Sahi, asking her to bring to her grandmother to check a potential match candidate for marriage. Sahi left first, with them following shortly. Taeyeon looked at his mother and knew what her intention was by targeting Sahi instead of controlling him. He recalled his mother's encouragement to have relationship in his early 20s rather than obsessing over in his older years. As he was looking at Sahi not far away, the woman was walking diligently. Her high-tied hair fluttered behind her round head as she limped past. He thought of the moment he saw her in the prayer room came to mind. The nape of her neck, illuminated by the bright yellow candlelight, was white and clean. It looked soft and delicate, as if even a slight bite would leave a mark. Min Yeo-jin was probing Taeyeon closely, observing how he would respond, asking if he was interested in her, so she could talk directly to the shaman. Not long after, he heard a voice call out to Sahi. It was Bang Chol-jun, the one who ushered him when he arrived. After lunch, she went straight to Taeyeon's room upon the insistence of his uncle to do it in his behalf, as he had an important date that day and doesn't want to lose the opportunity to get married. She hurriedly went to Taeyeon's room thinking it was an urgent task, making mental notes of what she needs to do. When she opened the door, she saw Taeyeon about to button his shirt, clearly surprising Sahi with an unexpected sight. She quickly slammed the door and waited for Taeyeon to permit her entry. Sahi stepped aside to avoid CEO Jun Taeyeon, who was walking towards her briskly. She bowed her head quietly and waited for him to leave, but he stopped right in front of her, just staring at her. She asked if there's anything he wants her to do, which he answered no. As she proceeded to clean the room, she noticed a condom box neatly placed on the nightstand. The manhwa had deviations from the light novel, but these are minutiae we can overlook. Although since I've read the light novel, in hindsight, I hope they included some key moments, such as how Taeyeon perceived Sahi during their first encounter, what he imagined just by looking at her back, and how he felt with the way Sahi seemingly running away from him. It would have made us understand him better. But that aside, I'm just nitpicking. This preview is from chapter 1 of the light novel, while the manhwa covers stories from chapters 1 to 3, which sets the stage for their fated encounters. It's not as complicated as Tears on the Withered Flower, but it has its charms, with character flaws and a story that is romantic but still challenges societal norms. Have you read the manhwa or the light novel, or both? Are you like me who fell in love with the story? I plan to do more episodes on this, so I hope you stay tuned. With that, I'm Meredith, and this is Honey Clover. I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Matane!